like to, stand with us and join us in word of prayer. Father, we're honored to be able to bow our head today again in your presence. Thank you for blessing us, Lord, and giving us another day of life. Thank you for all of our visitors here today at our school that's here. We just thank you for them. We pray your richest blessings upon each one of them, their parents, their teachers, whoever they're affiliated with. We just ask that you bless them. Thank you for the community that we live in that loves and helps and supports each other. We just ask that you bless it. We pray that you give us wisdom and guidance in this meeting today. God, just give us grace and mercy as you see fit to bestow upon us. Be with our sick, be with our men and women in uniform and serving our country. Keep your hand upon them, Father. Lord, we love you and honor you and ask you to forgive us where we fail. In Jesus' name, amen. We'll give a pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, you be seated. Thank you all. This time we're going to call March the 9th. This is our regular monthly district court meeting of the Jackson County Fiscal Court. Go ahead and call it to order. Have Mr. Duck Moore read the minutes of the previous meeting.
Duck, Shane Gabbard called the meeting to order. Minutes from January 12, 23 were read and approved with a motion by Bond, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard recognized visitor Judy Smith who presented the Jackson County Business Incubator Development Plan. Shane Gabbard presented a DTS request for IDA to extend interest-only payments for 12 months. Motion by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard presented a jail policy change. Motion by Baker, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard presented the clerk's annual settlement for 22 with excess fees of $101,744.44. No, 88 cents. That's me, Shane. Motion to accept by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard discussed setting the livestock housing for $100 per annum. Table till the next meeting. Shane Gabbard recognized members of the Jackson County Board of Election who petitioned the court for an increase in election workers' pay to $200 per day. Motion by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard presented a resolution for the purchase of EPO books for elections. Motion by Todd, second by Bond. Shane Gabbard presented a resolution for USDA grant for back roads of Appalachia Big Hill Welcome Center. Motion by Bond, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard requested approval to make a donation to the Jackson County Kiwanis Little League program for $5,000. Motion by Baker, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard opened an RFQ for Jackson County EMS building. Motion by Bond, second by Codell, RFQ, second by Baker. Got me a lot of A, F's, and G's in there. That's the way I feel. Shane Gabbard requested approval to purchase a garbage truck from Lee County Fiscal Court for $5,000. Motion to approve by Baker, second by Bond. Shane Gabbard requested approval to purchase a mechanic truck from Jackson Energy for $12,000. Motion by Baker to approve, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard requested approval to purchase a truck for Parks and Recreation for $12,000. Motion by Bond, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard requested approval to appoint Rhonda Thompson to the Jackson County Library Board for a 4-year term. Motion by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard requested approval to appoint Jody Gabbard to the Jackson County Library Board for a 4-year term. Motion by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard presented the treasurer's bills and transfers. Motion by Todd to approve, second by Baker. Set the next meeting, March the 9th, 23, 1 p.m. Motion to adjourn by Bond, second by Baker. And that be today.
Need a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion.
Thank you. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Courtroom is full today, and I'm glad to see them. And this is the Friendship Christian School. And I asked them to come today because I had something special that we was going to do for them. And we're going to do that right now. I know many of them have been here for a little bit, waiting on us to get our meeting started, so we told them we'd put them up at the front of the meeting. So I'll tell you what we got. I'm going to make a proclamation here for the Fiscal Court. And this proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Friendship Christian School is a small Christian school in Jackson County that currently has 59 students enrolled. And whereas Friendship Christian School provides education and development of future citizens and leaders in Jackson County as a small-run Christian school. And whereas Friendship Christian School offers athletics as well as education to children enrolled within. And whereas Friendship Christian School participated in the Division III KCSSAA state tournament on February 25th, 2023, competing in basketball and volleyball. And whereas the Friendship Christian School boys varsity basketball team won the Division III KCSAA state tournament. And whereas the Friendship Christian School girls varsity volleyball team placed fourth in the Division III KCSAA state tournament. Therefore, I, Jackson County Judge Executive Shane Gabbard, hereby wish to recognize Friendship Christian School on its accomplishments in the Division III KCSAA state tournament. Now I, therefore, Jackson County Judge Executive Shane Gabbard, along with the Jackson County Fiscal Court, do hereby proclaim Thursday, March 9th, 2023 as Friendship Christian School Day in Jackson County. We congratulate you on your accomplishments and hope you the best on your future endeavors. Go up here, guys and girls. When these boys stand up, you're going to see why they won the state tournament. I'm going to be the short one amongst this bunch. Miss Savannah, this is for you all to keep. Once everybody comes in and gets a picture. Hey.
And we get a picture, and I'll share it with Terry.
Got tall guys in the back. Me and you. You'll be taller than me, you know. You boys want to stand up in the back and get the picture?
Yeah, you guys do.
Who we looking at first? Sue, we got you first?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, everybody look this way.
Get your time out.
There we go. Wait, I need a picture with you and Trenton this too real fast. Go Trenton, run.
Come on, Trent. Get right in here, buddy.
You scoot one way or
Yeah, you get a little
I'm sorry about the glare off my head. I might need to borrow your hat.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Got one more.
Got one more. Steady. Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys and girls, so much for coming. Good job, buddy. Congratulations. Yeah. Now, y'all are free to go, or you can hang out and sleep on wherever y'all want to do. Good, right, Lynn? Pretty good. And they wanted on the last second shot. No. Yeah. They want on the last second Appreciate Friendship School and our teachers and parents, everybody coming with these kids. You know, this is their second year in this endeavor, and I tell you, that's very impressive. up and win a state championship the way they did. If I understand right, they won on the last second shot. So, I mean, that's, we're very proud of them. One, we know how proud we was of them. It's a big deal, and we thank them for coming. All right, we'll get on with the agenda. I've got judge's report. Said I've spent the last several weeks in abundance of meetings in different areas of the state. Been in Frankfurt for several meetings with legislators, helping to support programs that bring important funding to Jackson County. The Area Development District efforts for grant writing and senior citizen services, and the community action agencies provide heating and housing assistance to many people in Jackson and surrounding county, as well as transit services and job fairs for employment opportunities. Both of these organizations have met in Frankfurt the past couple of weeks, and I've been attentive to them to help them with support of funding for their specific programs. This is a short session for legislators, so we've been working to gain support for the needs of our citizens. I've also spent time with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials going over asphalt needs for our county, for our roads in Jackson County. The money will be tight this year, but we have several roads that need attention. I'm hopeful that the requests we put in will be fulfilled. We're seeing progress in some of our park projects. The splash pad in the Key now has concrete poles and ready for the sprayer heads to be installed. The city will be installing a water line for the splash pad, and we should be on track for it to be opened up this summer. I met with crews at Worthing Park and Evelyn this week, and they're getting ready to begin changing out the poles on the big field just any time. The new poles will have LED lights for the playing field, and we plan to install new bleachers as well as do improvements to the restrooms. The small field on the bottom will also be getting some lights as well as a scoreboard for extra playing field for teams coming to play as well as practice. All these will be nice improvements to the park. Greyhawk Park has got some new concrete steps, and we are meeting in the next couple of weeks with Little League officials to look at ways to improve Sand Gap Park field in order to have an extra field for them to use for practice and tournament purposes. We have a busy schedule ahead and are excited about all the good things going on in Jackson County. So that's my report for today. Districts, I know these guys have been busy. They probably see more trees than they care to look at. Dan, you got a report?
We've got her cleaned up pretty good, that thing.
Good deal.
How long it'll last,
Yeah, good deal. All right. Dale, you got a report?
Like the same as usual, still got a lot of brush cleaned up. We had, I don't know how many we had, how many trees. It rather seemed like that something on it, so it takes a while to get all that cleaned up.
Yeah.
But, other than that, it's doing all right.
Good deal. Gardner, you got a report?
Yeah, we got ours pretty well cleaned up, all I know of. We got a lot of back roads, don't travel that much, but we get in and we got news on.
Right.
A lot of side-by-side stuff, cut a lot of them out probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I ain't had no calls on none of them, but we pretty well got them cleaned and we're gonna clean more ditches and working on it.
Are you pulling them or slinging?
Slinging.
How does that work?
It's doing good.
Yeah.
We need to have it.
We need to go in each district and do this week.
Talking about the, yeah, that new ditching attachment could be a fine outfit. And, we're trying, we're getting ready, me and Maddie was talking this morning, getting ready to start budgeting, and that's something we probably need to work in the road budget to get one for District 2 and District 1.
It's Tiger, same.
They've got Tigers, you've got Alamo. Now you can find them for the Alamo, we just gotta go through a different deal. I was telling Gary, we have to get serial numbers and stuff off of it. You can find them for Alamo, they're just different. It's different dealer we have to go through to get it. Yeah.
This is, I'd say, air tight, you can have it switched and put back up here.
That's pretty handy. Comes with a stand it sits on too, I think. Something
I
like
just got the square tube in it, you
Yeah.
take it off and just
sits down on it. Yeah.
it back on.
Okay.
It works, it's been working good.
Good deal, good deal.
Fence art, it makes some, a little better teeth, heavier stuff, they're working a lot better.
That's good deal. Jerry, you got a report today? today, sir?
Just rolling along, business as usual. I think we're up to 1,108 calls from January to today. We've answered, and then got 18 felony drug investigations since January conducted. And we're currently in a hiring process. We've got 8 people in it. Those are the 8 to pass the physical fitness. Now we gotta move on to individual interviews and oral board and be making a decision on another deputy at that point.
Looking for 1 out of 8. Well, sounds like you're rolling along good. Good deal. All right, Brian couldn't be here, jailer, so he sent me a report. So right now, he's brought, the jail has brought in this month, $70,500 from housing, that's state inmates. Fiscal, $1,700. The phone card things they get is $1,100. Transport's $382. Places is brought in $15,000. So there's a total of $88,682 that the jail brought in in the month of February to now. So that's a good deal. And then also they've been helping. When I get a call out on the road that has a lot of garbage in the ditches and things, I usually can call Brian, and the next couple of days he's got a crew out there that's picking that road up, and we appreciate that. And I think they're probably going to be helping us here in the next probably several weeks. They'll be helping us with if we need help out there on them roads, fellas, with brush, the chipper. I mean, them guys will feed the chipper first, as far as the inmates go. So we may have to get into that before we get into mowing, because before you know it, it's going to be mowing time. But anyway, that's the jail report today. Solid waste report. Amanda run this off for us. So this is through March. We have paid so far $54,638. We've sent out $76,971 of charges. Right now we've got 1,361 customers that's not paid yet, but they've got up to the 15th to pay. We're finding out that a lot of people are just now getting their bills, so that we had some address issues and things of that sort that we're getting sorted out. So I think that number will eventually come down. If not, we'll start making some calls and seeing what the issues are. But that's the solid waste report. All right. Y'all got any questions about that report? Okay. All right. Now we got appoint a county reapportionment committee, and this has to do with every census. You know, we have a census every 10 years. And 2020 was the census year. And then in 2021, you're supposed to meet by May and go over those numbers. And the way it works, we have 3 magisterial districts. And according to the KRS, those magisterial districts are supposed to be, and that's KRS 67, it tells you all about it. Me and Dutch's been going over it this morning. But you're supposed to be, those districts are supposed to be within 10% of each other population-wise. It's very hard to do in counties like Jackson County because we have so much national forest. So it's hard to do. So what we have to do this process is first we have to have a map that shows us the number of households in each area. That map is at the Cumberland Valley Area Development District. I'll be getting that next week. According to the law, we have to appoint a committee from our districts, one for each magisterial district, and then a clerk will sit with them. So what we do is we'll have one member from each district that will look at these lines and look at these households, and they'll try to draw these lines to where they'll be as fair population-wise as possible. So we've reached out today and we've contacted Mr. Jeff Mainman from District 1, which is Danny's district, Mr. Ryan Judd, which is District 2, which is Dale's district, and Mr. John Johnson, which is District 3, which is Garvin's district. And they all have agreed to sit as the county reapportionment committee. They'll be attending meetings with Doug and myself and going over these lines. And then sometime before May the 1st, we'll advertise for this reapportionment proceeding, which will be where the court will look at the actual lines that they have recommended how they should be drawn according to population wise. And we have 60 days after this appointment to lay off these boundary lines. So they've got 60 days to lay these off. Anytime after May 1st, we can vote on them. I'll tell that right.
Right.
Okay. So they'll be going to a meeting next week in Frankfurt that basically we'll be helping them to get trained on exactly anything that's changed. Doug's been through this a few times. You've been through it once, I believe, haven't you?
Yeah, but there wasn't no changes to nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
This may
not be no changes.
This may not, but the issue is the population. In Danny's district, you've got 3,190 voters. In Dale's district, you got 4,366. In Garvin's district, you got 2,331. So there's got to be some shifting somewhere. But once they look at these maps from the ad board, they may not have to be as much shifting. May not have to be. Right there's them numbers that y'all can look over.
Yeah,
But the
now,
main thing,
these are, people that voted.
now that's registered vote. Yeah, that's not population, that's registered
Garvin's
vote.
at a disadvantage because 2/3 of his district's in the national forest. Can't
Yeah.
build a house in the national forest, everybody knows that.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna argue that they leave us alone because we can't help that.
yeah.
And Danny's got the national forest. And, so I
You've got a
have to
little bit
go.
of national forest.
Well, yeah,
Dale does too, so I'll be there with them, and I'm
We're
just
gonna try to get them
chairman
to
of
keep
the board,
leave
but
it
I
alone.
can't vote.
We're gonna try to get them to leave it alone, but
Three people right here.
now this is the ones that voted. But of course, the map that we need is from the area development district that has the actual households on it. That's what you gotta go
You need the
with.
population. map.
Right,
Yeah.
the population map is what we're getting.
Yeah.
But the main thing that we gotta do today is we got to appoint a reinforcement committee in order to get this ready to be going. And those three, I believe, will be fair and represent our districts well.
Yeah, I think so.
And we just have to scoot them all over. We'd have to
Yeah.
move Danny's over to the sand gap, we'd have to move Dale's over to motion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dale, Dan, yeah.
I thought you were
There you
gonna
go.
need a motion.
Nobody opposed to that. Yeah, hopefully we won't have to change it, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm gonna argue that, but I
This
don't
is
know if
the-
it's doing good or not.
This is the first thing that has to be done is the county reinforcement committee has to be formed. So, all right, we got a budget amendment, and this is the first reading of it, and this is, for $348,640.79. This is over what we expected to receive. So, we received, and you'll see in the itemized part, a little more taxes than what we had budgeted. We had more excess fees from the clerk than we had budgeted, and a federal reimbursement we didn't expect, more from state inmates. It all added up to $348,640.79. Then you'll see at the bottom of that how that was divvied out in the budget between salaries and supplies and services. So we're thankful for that. And it's always good when you can have an amendment to accept more as it is to go under. So just make a motion on that first reading of that.
Motion.
Second.
All right. Treasurer's bills and transfers. Anything that,
Motion, I've seen it.
okay, motion they've been presented, has seen.
Second.
All right. Any comments or announcements? We may have to have a special meeting before the end of March to go over the jail budget. If we do, I'll contact you, but the next regular meeting will be Thursday, April 13th at 1 o'clock. Just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
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 Second.
Motion, second. All right, y'all thank you so much for coming. We'll see you in April.